This one, unlike yesterday, seems like it might actually have some gay shit in it. There we go. Because all the games yesterday, aside from the last one, were kind of fucking boring. They were either, like, misleading or went on way too long. This one is still a demo, but it's meant to be like a... It's meant to become like a full-on game at some point. They're just working on it actively at the moment. Yeah, gay. Where's the... Oh, that's the menu. Ah. I see. Sound captions. I don't really need that. Self-voice acting. Oh, is it... Oh, wait, so the game does have voice acting in it? Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna let that continue. More options. Whoa. Okay, I don't need all that. Skip after choices. No. Skip on red lines? No. Okay, I think we're good to... Ah, that's a bit loud. My name is... Slim Shady. No, I did that bit last year. I can't do it again. I'm just gonna go with Aloe again. Oh, you could make a guy? You can make a... little guy. Can I... change myself to be as pasty as I normally am? Oh my god, that's loud. Just turn all this shit down. Build a bottom. Where do I... Oh shit, it's on this side. Okay, there we go. That's how pasty I normally am. I'll make it realistic. I don't have any moles. I have a tiny scar, but you can't really see it. I have ferocious eyebrows. Yeah. Look at that. Colon 3 mouth. Pronouns. Masculine. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, there is many... Holy shit, you can customize every single word. That's kind of cool. He, him, whole. Yes. Use your pronouns he, him. Masculine terms. Confirm. Yes. Clothing. I assume I can make them not in-colored? Yes, I can. What's some shit that I would wear? Probably don't have anything I would wear. I like long sleeve t-shirts, but I don't think they have them. Oh, they kinda do. Yeah. Okay. Freaking... I got glasses, but I don't like how any of these look, so I'm gonna leave them off. Little earrings. Facial piercings. I do be having a nose piercing. And that's that. Saturday. I just realized it didn't let me pick my hair though. As you cruise down a deserted road, a gentle breeze caresses your face through an open window. Alright, I need to open the beverage. But I trimmed my nails, so I can't get at the tab. There we go. Hi, Happy. D. Claude. Kinda. I mean, I like to keep my nails trimmed. I don't like it when my nails get long, because it's harder to type. The ocean jolt of the occasional jolt of the car unsettles you, however, you quickly dismiss it from your mind. You just finished your first year in college, you just finished your second year in college, you just finished your third year in college, you just finished your last year in college. I never finished my second. But I did still get a degree, so I guess I technically finished my second. You've been looking forward to this trip. You hadn't been home in a while and thought you'd best to go back to visit family and friends and surprise as a surprise over the summer before you reach your last couple of years in college. Excited for dress-up time? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that after gaming. We'll do that after gaming. I need to make sure that my mic works first of all, because I forgot to test my wireless mic again. You look down at your GPS following the bright yellow line displayed on your screen. This wasn't a road you were completely familiar with, nor was it anywhere near the freeway. Though stupidly, you were persuaded by a video on Wickwalk to reconnect with nature and thought it'd be faster than sitting through traffic jams or turbulence. Okay, I'll just keep driving, it's probably nothing. You sigh to yourself and turn your radio up louder, hoping to drown out your anxiety. Real. I knew I should have just taken the plane. You would never catch me driving. So, Wickwalk is some shit you would say? No, it's not. What do you mean? This is the last time I'm listening to some random person on the internet. No, it's not. Just as you mentally shake your first fist, fucking hell. Just as you mentally shake your fist at the Wickwalk you watched, your thoughts are abruptly interrupted by the stuttering of your car's engine. Metallic clattering comes from the hood of your car, making your eyes widen in alarm. Whoa. Just before you could fully process what was happening, the car let out its final breath, stopping dead in the middle of nowhere. Fucking hell. Why is it only when I'm streaming or like at work that people want to text me? Leave me alone. I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. That is not Do Not Disturb. Where did I put Do Not Disturb? Oh, it's up there. I forgot about that. Holy shit, just... feel like my social battery is about dead today. I'm getting texts from friends asking where something is in the store that I work at. And it's like, it's a fucking Saturday. Go ask someone who works there. I'm not on the job! Leave me alone! You sit in silence for a few minutes before inhaling deeply and stepping out of the car to observe its exterior. Your eyes squint in annoyance as a light smoke expels from the hood of your car. That is an old fucking car. I would always get that too. I hated it. Yeah, people, it's not even like people at my job. It's people who I know who happen to be going to the place that I work on my day off. And instead of asking one of the numerous people on shift, they just text me to ask where something is. Go find it your fucking self. It's not that hard. What am I supposed to do now? Feeling a lump build up in your throat, you sit by a nearby rock to recollect yourself. Okay, no biggie. I'm just lost in the middle of nowhere with no signal and no sign of life. iPhone! I have signal? What do you mean? I've got full bars. Okay, how do I... Oh, how do I back out of this? Escape. I wouldn't even ask an actual employee, just look around, not to mention your shops are tiny, like 2 aisles. Yeah. Like, it's really not hard. Ah! You bury your head deep into your hands and groan at the absurdity of the situation. No way, no way, no way. This cannot actually be happening. What is this? A bad 2000s Adam Dirtler movie? Is that supposed to say like Sandler and they couldn't say Sandler? After what felt like an eternity under the scorching summer sun, the familiar growl of a well-functioning car catches your attention from the distance. Breathing a sigh of relief, you stand up and begin to wave frantically to grab the driver's attention. The car slows down and parks nearby. The engine pauses momentarily as the driver's door swings open. A man emerges from the car, donning a deep green jacket, tousled brown hair. He looks at you with a curious gaze as he takes off his sunglasses to rest them on the collar of his shirt. This could be like a sheriff or a surfer.
Hey, is everything alright?
You are quiet, man. Hold on a second. Go back so I can hear you again.
Hey, is everything alright? Do you need help?
He looks tired. And or confused. Thank God you came. Top 10 things. Top 10, thank God you came. I was convinced I'd die out here. He laughs under his breath and dips his head slightly at you, taking a peek at your car. Steps forward, examining your car and sighing lightly at the steam rising up from your vehicle. His hand motions to the broken heap of a car, meeting your eyes for a quick second. Afraid this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Might as well hop in with me and find shelter for the night. Hey yo, we sharing a bed already? His hand taps the back of the car as he walks away, his hand gesturing you to follow. You hesitate as you only just met this man. Looks back at you for a moment before a light chuckle escapes his lips. Don't worry, you can trust me. He reaches into his pocket, taking out a small golden medallion. Oh! So he's both. He's both a sheriff and hot. That's unheard of. You give him an awkward smile and make your way to his car. The ride has been silent so far, but you didn't mind. The smell of sea salt pours in from the open pane, full wind combing through your hair. Your eyes close as you take in your surroundings.
Enjoying the view?
You open your eyes and turn to look at him. Hair was dancing along with the breeze coming from his open window. The lighter strands in his hair glistening under the sun. You purse your lips for a moment and shrug. I guess it's alright. He lets out a small chuckle. His window is closed! Oh, that moves. Ooh.
You're a tough critic, aren't you?
His lips curl into a playful smirk. Oh, don't look at me like that. Oh, don't look at me like that. You can't help but smile back. I've seen better. I have high standards. Well, I have high standards when it comes to views. You sink deeper into the seat, getting yourself comfortable for the rest of the trip. Turns down the volume of the car radio, allowing the soothing sounds of nature to take center stage. So, probably be nice to get to know your travel buddy for the next God knows how many hours. Might as well break the ice. Where are we headed? If you don't mind me asking, where are we headed? Ah, my town, Brine Bay. Ever heard of it? Passenger princess. I can't drive. So, shut up, liberal. You think to yourself for a moment, racking your memory for any mention of Brine Bay. Nope, doesn't ring a bell. He nods to himself as you speak. I don't blame you. We're not too well known. I promise you that you'll like your stay, though. We've got great views. Actually, I'd like to ask you the same. What are you doing out here? Well, I was trying to visit home from college. I hadn't been back for a while and was feeling a little homesick. Just my luck that my car would break down when I try, though, right? He offhandedly laughs at your joke and taps lightly on the steering wheel. Yeah, that does suck. No worries. We'll get you back on the road in no time. Let's go the wheel for a brief moment to give you a pat on the shoulder before focusing on the drive again. How long have you been a sheriff? Good few years, actually. Probably as soon as I graduated. Not that I mind. I love this job. I get to help people like you. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters to me. Pretty nice. I guess so. I've never really seen myself doing anything else. He smiles to himself. I don't think I have anything else to ask him for now. A moment of silence lingers between the two of you before he abruptly breaks it. You weren't out there for too long, were you? It felt like forever. But I guess it wasn't that bad. I'm just relieved you showed up when you did. He smiles and nods in response, his eyes glued on the outstretched road ahead.
Gene, by the way.
Gene. You turn to face him, head tilted in confusion. Takes notice of your lack of response and turns to look at you.
My name. It's Gene.
Your other one's briefly forming a silent. Oh. I'm Aloe. Hello, that's a nice name. Liar! Liar! You're just saying that. He gives you a gentle smile before adjusting his eyes back on the road. You turn back to the open window, taking in the view once more. The lull of the engine paired with the heavy crashing of the ocean waves began to take over your thoughts, making your eyelids grow heavier by the minute. Even in games you can't let boys compliment you? I never have. It's difficult. Before you knew it, you were dead asleep. Exhaustion from the long day of driving mixed with the stress finally took over. Your eyes struggled to blink open as the sun shyly peeked over the clouds. Its beams greeted you ever so lovingly, the warmth creating a gentle blanket over you. You lift yourself off of the car door, stretching the sleepiness away. Your eyes eventually find Gene, his hand having a firm grip on the wheel, and a head turned towards you. Holding that sleepy head, you're awake just in time. Fuck, were we driving all night? Or is he just saying that? His head gestures ahead of the car. Your gaze follows his cue to a small old-fashioned building. The car comes to a rolling stop in the makeshift parking lot. Gene's deep voice pulls you out of your thoughts. This right here is Coral Inn, a hostel. You can stay here for the night. Don't worry about the pay, I've covered it for tonight. It's the least I could do considering the day you've had. If you walk inside, there's just a little to your right, there should be the front desk. Just explain your situation and my buddy Dante will get you all set up. Do you do this for all the people you pick up off the street? These are both good responses. So do you do this for all the people you pick up off the street, or am I special? Being let out a small laugh, his hand raising up to his mouth as he did so. Good question. I'd have to say you're pretty special. Hey, yo. Why? Don't go around spreading the word, though. I don't exactly have the money to be paying for every handsome man I come across. Hey, yo. Okay. This one's between you and me. He shot you a quick wink that you would have missed if you had blinked. Alright, you should get going now. It's starting to get late and I don't want to keep you any longer. I wouldn't mind it, is all I'm saying. He turns away from you, though you can see a shy smirk on his face with just a hint of red flushed on his ear. Can't help but smile at yourself as you gather your belongings from his back seat. Before I forget about your car, there's only one mechanic around here. His name is Kai. Take my number and I'll send you his address. Are you sure that's why you're giving me your number? You type his number into your contacts and give him your thanks. The two of you wave goodbye as you shut the car door behind you. He pulls out of the parking lot, leaving you to brave the hostel on your own. I mean, it doesn't look nasty. You stand at the open for a moment, breathing in deeply. The earthly smell of nearby plants mingled with the damp industrial material of the building helps you get a hold of your new surroundings. You grew up in the city. I certainly did. Yep, nothing like home. Sure, it wasn't exactly where you wanted to go, but it honestly felt better. The refreshing, clean air was nothing like the city you grew up in, nor the one you've been staying in for college. Second half of that statement is true. The place I went to uni for was an industrial wasteland. There was nothing around for miles. The place where I grew up and still live in, though, pretty nice. wouldn't say we have a lack of greenery. It was nice to be in a quieter environment for once. A flock of birds chirp overhead, flying in a formation towards the horizon. Watching them, you realize the sun was beginning to set right past the small corner lot of shops. The sun's setting already? How long have we been driving? Glad I didn't choose to just walk to society. I probably would have been walking for days. Yeah, it seems like it. You look down at your watch and plan your next course of events. Your body was practically begging you to crash in for the day, although you really should be getting your car sorted out first. Go to the mechanic. Think over a minute and decide it would be best to talk to Kai as soon as possible. Really should get this sorted out first. You lug your backpack over your shoulders and check your phone for the address. Following the directions on the text from Jean, you make your way to the workshop to meet Kai. As you approach closer, the sound of clanging tools paired by machinery fills your ears, faint aroma of grease and oil growing more noticeable with each step. The large car-filled building seemed to be vacant except for a figure bent over, peering into the hood of a car. Kai? You call out to no response. The hum of the car was overpowering your voice. Hi! Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. You called out a little louder. The figure finally stood up and turned to face you. Okay, for the record, mechanics would never. Just because that would get caught in something, but... Damn. A large grin was plastered on his face as he rubbed the dirt and grease off with his forearm, hand still clasping a wrench.
Oh wow, you must be new here.
Sure fucking am. Before you could open your mouth to reply, he quickly cuts you off with a broad grin. And trust me, I'd remember a face as handsome as yours. God, fucking everyone in this town's hitting on me, Jesus. He winks a little and leans back against the car, grabbing a nearby cloth to clean his wrench and hands.
To a day of the pleasure.
The voice actor for this is a little too quiet. His tone lingered, prompting you to introduce yourself. I'm Aloe. I was actually headed west until my car broke down near the forest. That's on me, I guess. I should have got my car checked out a good while ago. You look down at your shoes, fidgeting them against each other. Luckily, Jean found me and brought me here so that you can help me fix my car. You look back at him and smile awkwardly, feeling a bit embarrassed about the whole situation. He let out a short laugh and nodded before putting his wrench down. Well, that won't be much of a problem. I'll head there with Jean later in the day. Although, I do have to warn you, it's going to be a good while to fix it, especially if you're not from here. Spare parts here are pretty dated, and so are our cars, so it might take a while. Your worry must have been visible because he pushed himself off the car immediately and defensively threw his hands up with open palms. Of course everyone's hitting on you, you're the number one oomphy? What does oomphy mean? I know I've asked this 1,000 times, but I keep forgetting. No, don't worry, you can trust me. My family has been working on cars since this town was founded. I promise to get it working as soon as humanly possible. Pats your shoulder lightly and gives you a warm smile. You can give me your number and I'll keep you updated on things. If you wanted my number, you could have just said so. You smile at yourself at how frantic he got and nodded. Hey, if you wanted my number, you could have just said so. He blinks a few times and turns a bright red. Well, I can tell you and I will be getting along just fine. Though appearing confident, there was a slight quiver in his voice. Cute. He grabs his phone out of his pocket and hands it over to you, the screen displaying a small prompt for your information. As you type in your number, you spot him peeking over to the side. Deep brown eyes scan all over your face, almost as if he were studying you down to the smallest features. You feel your face flush for a moment before handing it back to him. There you go, I'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
Great. I'll send you a message when I get around to working on it. Hope you have a good time here.
He gives you another wink before turning around and continuing working on the car behind him. Alright, time to get myself some sleep, I'm beat. Your shoes crush against the gravel as you make your way towards the entrance. The steps of the inn's wooden porch creak with each step, making you hurriedly take longer strides. As you open the door, you're greeted with surprisingly home decor. Built to be fucked, yes. Yes. Especially by whoever we just saw. Kai? God, yeah. Say the building itself was just as decrepit as the exterior. Alright, doesn't look too bad. I've seen worse. Not worse, but someone was definitely going to do their best to make it look good. Or was definitely doing their best to make it look good. Recalling Jean's directions, you take a few steps towards the right. A small wooden counter comes into view, a few monitors lined up on it, although only one seemed functional. You notice a man sitting behind one of them, name tag on his shirt read Dante. He didn't exactly look ecstatic to be there, but he also didn't look like he hated it. Hey there, I'm Aloe. I think Jean might have mentioned me to you. You hold your breath, hoping Jean wasn't lying about paying for the night. Dante looks you up and down for a moment with a puzzled look before looking down at his phone. Oh, guess he did. Alright then. Sighs to himself before standing up. You're stunned for a quick second as he towers over you. He turns to grab a couple papers from the shelf, with files and books behind him. With a soft thump, a pile of papers appear in front of you. Okay, Aloe, all you have to do is sign a few things and you should be good to go. You write down the information, occasionally glancing up towards him. He was back in his seat, tapping the table with a pen and glaring right into your soul. Jeez, creepy. Hold on. He slides over a small metal key with slight rust on its edges. Your room should be number 69. What are the chances? Don't make too much noise and no hot water past 9 PM. Even for small amounts like tea. Okay, good night then. He ignores you and goes back to scrolling on his phone. Well, isn't he just the most hospitable? I think if I were working in a place like this, I'd be equally as miserable. How come we don't get to see him, though? Tell me I didn't miss the cosplay? No, the cosplay's coming later. We're gonna play this first, then do cosplay. You walk around the hostel, mentally counting each door and giggling to yourself over the childish number. I would. You eventually end up on the second floor, finding a room right by the stairs. Okay, Jean, let's hope this room isn't that bad. Taking a sharp breath, you insert the key and turn, not expecting much of a view. Whoa, there's a laptop in here already? For being such a rundown place, this is a pretty nice room, much better than you would have expected from the exterior or lobby. 2 large windows greeted you, luminescent moonlight shining through and illuminating the dark room. Despite being summer, the well-conditioned room made a cool breeze wash over your body. Not bad, Jean, not bad. I guess it wouldn't hurt to alofy the room a little. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Oh, dropping your backpack and kicking off your shoes, you begin to set up the room to fit more of your liking. We got a plushie, we got a Glock. That probably says clock. Wall, desk, hangables. Not really my style. Oop. Yeah, there's a clock. Ooh. 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 Holy, is it 4 PM or 4 AM right now? Cat clock, I kinda have to. Wall. Can have a mirror, a corkboard. Corkboard with... Oh, whoa. Not just a corkboard, but a corkboard with Hatsune Miku on it. That's the most important part. Okay. We're gonna keep that. Fairy lights. Posters. I'm gonna go with the corkboard. Desk. Have shell, a plan, a lava lamp, or a framed for. I'd be likely to have a lava lamp. Hangable. Surfboard, wooden boards. Buoy. No, boy. Wheel. I keep getting confused whether it's buoy or boy, but it's definitely boy. It's buoy is the American pronunciation. I would probably have that. Plushies aren't really my thing. Do I have to though? I probably have to, don't I? Oh no, I don't have to. The design of this game looks really cute. Yeah, this is another demo, but it's only it's going to become a full game at some point, I believe, but I don't know how long the demo is. On second thought, never mind, it's a bit weird to decorate a place I won't really be living in for long. Change out of your clothes before falling into the comfort of the bed. Your body melts into the mattress and you quietly thank Jean for being generous enough to rent you a room. Beats the car any day. Thoughts about ways to repay him linger as you are soothed to sleep by the night's embrace. Gotta be honest, I'm thinking more about the mechanic right now. Sunday. Your eyes gently flutter open to the sight of the hostel room lightly glazed with a warm sunrise glow. You raise your body and slowly and stretch, feeling much better than you did the day prior. Hopping off the bed, you take small steps into the bathroom and get yourself ready for the day ahead. Thankfully, the hostel was kind enough to include toiletries and fresh towels. Much better. Taking one last look at yourself in the mirror, you gather your essentials and leave the room. As you step into the lobby, you're met with Dante's grouchy face. He sits behind the front desk with his legs up and a magazine in hand. Good morning, Dante. He gives you a quick glance before placing his attention back to the magazine. Good morning, Aloe. Get a good night's rest? Despite asking, you could tell it was more of an automated response for good customer service than genuine curiosity. Baby Gronk, interlinked? Interlinked. You know what, I want to try something. Yeah, I did actually though. Although I did start seeing a few rats run around. Then I saw a person on my balcony. No, wait, is this guy hearing anything I'm saying? Is Baby Gronk the new Riz King interlinked? You might have pushed your luck a little too hard as he turned to you with his eyebrows fully raised and mouth agape. I'm sorry? What in God's name were any of the words you just said? Anyways, I was wondering if there was anywhere nearby I might be able to get a bite. I'm pretty hungry. I haven't really had anything but trail mix. Did I see Baby Gronk? Yeah, one of the responses was one of the response choices that came up in a box was and I quote, Baby Gronk interlinked, as opposed to just like something normal. And I was like, well, of course I've got to go with the brain rot response. What else am I to do? There's a diner not too far from here. Just walk down the road and you'll run into it, I'm sure. He reaches under his desk and pulls out a pamphlet, holding it out for you. Thanks, man. Well, I'm here. Could I know how much it'll cost me for another night here? And you reach your hands into your pocket for your wallet. About $70, no more, no less. You freeze. You aren't broke, but you definitely don't have enough money to pay $70 a night. Plus, there was still the cost of whatever repairs needed to be done on your car. I'm not sure if I can afford that, actually. I'll have to find somewhere else to crash. Dante sighs. Look, there's no other place you can stay. It's a small town, kid. It's either pay up or get comfy on the streets. Shuffle uncomfortably hearing this. You really don't like the idea of sleeping outside, but you seriously don't have enough money for another night. Dante clears his throat to get your attention. You didn't even realize you were completely zoned out. He gives you a pitied sigh and looks up at you, putting his magazine down on the desk. I'm not sure you'll be up for it, but I heard from word of mouth that the diner I mentioned was hiring. Could be a long shot, but it's the best chance you have right now. And since you're a friend of Jean's, I guess I can lower it to $50 a night. You good with that? Tap your fingers impatiently on the counter. You aren't sure about getting a job in a town you don't even plan to stay for long in, especially during a time that was supposed to be a vacation of sorts. Though after weighing out your options, working for a while compared to being homeless in an unfamiliar place doesn't seem bad at all. Alright, I'll keep that in mind when I grab a bite. Thanks again. He gives you a cordial nod before leaning back in his chair to continue reading his magazine. Walk around the town, a pamphlet in hand and a goal to fulfill the diner. Where is the diner? As you scan your surroundings for the diner, you see a disheveled, red-haired man struggling with a heavy load of paint and canisters in his arms. I mean, the mechanic had red hair, but like bright red hair. His grip falters every so often, and the cans threaten to slip from his arms and crash to the ground. Help him out. Running over, you brace yourself against the heavy wood-framed door and shove it open with your back. The scent of old parchment and pine immediately hits your face as soon as you open the door. It's comforting, nostalgic almost. The man gives you a quick thanks and rushes in, disappearing behind a curtain at the back of the store. Your eyes wander around the building you'd enter and notice the wooden shelves lining the walls stacked with books. Looks like some looked old and warm, while others looked new and untouched. You gently push the door shut and step into the store. A soft ding echoes, signaling your entrance. You feel the warmth of the sun fade as you move further inside. With your hands outstretched, you glide your fingers along the row of books, feeling their distinct textures and designs. Looking up at one of the shelves, a familiar title catches your eye and you make your way towards it. I haven't seen this series in forever. Wait, has there always been this many volumes? Trials of Tempest, the series that held so many fond memories of your childhood. You hated reading it, but this one was the exception. You love reading it, and this one was your favourite. You and your friends would read it occasionally. You like to read it with your parents. I hate reading, but this one was the exception. Reading is a chore to me. You weren't the biggest fan of reading, however, Trials of the Tempest quickly grew on you, becoming a series you'd regularly find yourself reading during your free time. Eventually, the author stopped producing new volumes, so any hope of new stories quickly dimmed out. You're quite tall, so grabbing the book wasn't an issue. Having average height, reaching the book required a bit of stretching. That's me. You smile to yourself and reach for the book. Your legs wobble a bit as your feet strain against the ground, a small ache going through your arms. Suddenly, a shadow looms over you, and you feel a large hand gently rest on your shoulder. Subtle pressure makes you lay your feet flat on the floor, grounding you, and releasing the tension in your body from stretching. You watch as another hand gently grabs the book before you could. You turn around and see the man from earlier, red-haired. Didn't they say he had red hair? Or did they say red shirt? Smiling softly at the book, brushing off any dust from its cover. A low chuckle escapes him and he shifts his gaze towards you.
Trials of Tempest. I'm surprised anyone else knows about this book.
I used to love this series as a kid. What about you? He holds the book out to you, telling you to take a hold. You take it, observing its cover. Yep, definitely haven't read this volume yet. Me too, but I've never seen this one before. Okay, he looks a lot better in this hat. Oh, okay, now his hair's red. They're gonna make like every character in the game hot, and then I'm not gonna be able to pick between any of them, aren't I? This is a special copy, actually. I bet you thought it ended at Journey to the Storm God, right? You nodded that was the last volume released before the author stated publicly he was too old to continue the series. The author actually used to live in this town. He'd write out a few more stories and kept them in this very shop. You looked back down at the book. There were more, and the author was from here? Certainly didn't expect that when your car broke down on some random road.
Hey.
How about for helping me out earlier, I'd lend you the books. You can take this one with you. Just come back for the next few volumes. Lend? He takes notice of your confused expression and chuckles again. I work here, don't worry. It might look rough, but trust me, I'm not a fan of breaking and entering. And the rest of the story isn't that popular anyway, so no one would notice if they weren't in stock. Plus, you're new, right? Dante mentioned we had a new face in town. We don't have much except for this one cool thing, so I want to give you something from our little corner of the world to remember. You smile and put the book in your backpack. Thank you, I'll take care of it. He takes notice of the pamphlet you had in your hand.
Were you looking for Cup of Joe Mama?
Joe Mama! Delayed response. Yes, actually, Dante said it was just down the room, but I can't find it. Just down the road, but I can't find it anywhere.
It's literally on the other side of town. In fact, any further from here and you'd be at the beach.
You pause for a moment and mentally facepalm yourself. Dante never specified which direction to go, and you ended up going the wrong way. Stifles his laugh with his hand and shakes his head. Classic Dante, man, he's an asshole. You can't help but laugh along. It was sort of comforting to hear that. It just meant Dante was rude to everyone and not just you. Truthfully, you were starting to feel like he had a personal vendetta against you. What were the paints for? Are you friends with Dante? We'll go with the paints for. Oh, just a little something I've been trying to work on. Nothing too big. His lips curl into a strange smile. The dimples on his cheeks becoming more noticeable. Ah, alright. Are you friends with Dante? Seems to know him pretty well. Are you friends with Dante? Something like that. He knew my old boss, so I guess we're more acquaintances. He usually comes over for new magazines or books for the hostel lobby. Ah, I see. Guess I should get going now. Any longer my stomach might burst. Well, I'm gonna go to the diner before I miss out on breakfast. Thanks again for the book. No problem. Pause this for a moment. Aloe. Aloe, no problem, Aloe.
Andrew, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
I knew one guy named Andrew, and he ruined the name for me, but... I don't know. It fits him. Nice to meet you too, Andrew. I'll see you around. So who have we got so far? Jean, Dante, Kai, and Andrew. Give him a smile and wave goodbye as you leave the bookstore. So the diner is on the other side of town. God, kill me now. Following Andrew's advice, there it was. The words Copper Joe Mama plastered not only on the sign above, but also a hand-painted sign on the window. Your stomach grumbles the second you lay your eyes on it. This was your sign to make a break for it. You open the door, immediately hit with the sweet smell of roasted coffee beans and greasy bacon. How cozy. You make a beeline to a booth, ring the small steel bell on the table, and you take a look around. The place is filled with families of all sizes, although you can only see one waiter. He seems to have his full attention on the cash register. Ted perks up from the register, and you watch as he grabs a small notebook, rushing over to you.
Hi, what can I get for you today?
Holy shit. This is the biggest twink we're gonna see all game. This is... Fuck. Who's that one kid from Omori? This is the blonde kid from Omori. Genuinely. He's a bit quiet, but nonetheless, you understood him perfectly. Is it a bad time to order? He has a trans pin? Oh shit, he does. He has a lot of... and a Pokemon pin. What's he got in his hair? Yeah, just some bits, really. If you want to do a coffee shop, not a diner, it'd be in Paris. It's you? This is not me. I'm nowhere near this pastel. I am a less shredded version of the fucking mechanic guy. Because he's like wearing all black and very alt styling. This is Pastel Man. Is it a bad time to order? No, definitely not a bad time. The other waiters are just on leave. Summer, you know. Gives you a toothy grin, but you can't help but smile back. He suddenly raises his eyebrow, his eyes trailing your face. Are you new here? I don't think I've seen you around before. Palette swap you. Maybe. Yeah, I am. My car broke down, so I'll be here until that gets fixed. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, no problem. My good friend Kai can get that all sorted for you, I'm sure. Everyone knows everyone in this town, goddamn. Shit, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. You continue explaining your situation to him, not holding back on the little details. So much that you hadn't noticed he was now sitting in front of you. His eyes didn't seem to leave yours, paying close attention to your words. A stark difference from Dante. It was pretty refreshing. Wow, that sounds like a lot, but hey, what's a trip with fucking hell? That sounds like a lot, but hey, what's a trip with an empty stomach, right? As if on cue, your stomach emits a loud grumble, which makes the both of you burst out laughing.
Well then, what would you like to eat? On the house. I know you're low on cash right now.
What is this? The gay boy information network spreads like wildfire. How does everyone know everything so quickly? You know, considering the hostel and car costs... Are you sure? I don't mind using a few dollars. Shakes his head, his messy blonde waves bouncing as he does. Gator, I suppose so. Take it as a welcoming gift. I stumbled over that one badly. You look down at the worn-out menu laid before you. Well, if you insist, I'll get... Oh, I can have pancakes and omelet, cinnamon rolls, mushroom soup, fruit salad, beans on toast, eggs benedict, waffles. I would probably have... I mean, given all of these choices, I would probably have pancakes. But beans on toast would be way more filling. So... beans on toast. Oh, I could have multiple? Ooh. Legit, as the foremost expert on you in this chat, This little guy has major you vibes despite you being emo and him being pastel. You're both so soft. True. I ended up with, like, pastel boy personality, but with, like, emo exterior. I don't know how that mix came to be. I don't know. I can't see myself ever dressing pastel, but I think it could be fitting. Fruit salad. I'll get a fruit salad and some beans on toast. That'll be all. Looks up from his notebook after jolting down the order, flashing you a friendly smile. Great, I'll come back in a bit with your order, sir. I feel like if you wore overalls, you'd die. Yes. I think we call these dungarees actually, but yeah. If I wore any color other than black, anytime I am out of, well, this used to be more of an issue. It's not really an issue now because my entire wardrobe is black, but when I first started getting into, like, alternative sort of styling, anytime I had no choice but to wear something lightly colored because all my black clothes are in the wash, I just felt so bad. I didn't like it. You watch the man make his way towards the kitchen where your eyes take notice of a help wanted poster messily plastered upon a notice board. It looks as if it had been up there for a while as the corners are torn and stained with a mysterious liquid. Oh, fuck. Dante's words echo through your mind as you're reminded of your lack of money. I have 5 pairs of overalls. It sounds about right for you, Take. Yeah, I think I've seen a picture of you wearing them. At some point. I think you must have sent it in my server. What does iPhone do? Contacts! Mom, Dad, Kai, Jean. And how do I back out again? Oh, like that. Oh, that's just the settings menu. Okay. Oh! Relationships. Interesting. What else have we got? Oh, not available right now. What's this? Do you want to return to the main menu? No. Save, chat. Oh, can't chat right now. No location. Okay. Again, this is a demo, so they're working on it. But I'm really liking this so far. I don't remember sharing it. It might not be in my server. It might be in Joe's server. Let me take a look. Where's the Meat Space channel? There we go. I'm pretty confident you posted something in here. Oh, JJ! I love JJ. Okay, I'm not scrolling that far. Let me just... I know that... Oh fuck, those are dino noises coming from the game. I was confused then for a second. Yeah, nah. I am not seeing it. Oh no, I found it. It's in the memes channel in my Discord. From almost 3 years ago. You had a black pair of the one with a green... No, a black pair of the one with a pink t-shirt and you were pointing up at the Subway logo. I knew I'd seen that. Hello, IDK. How you're finding British games. The Angel one yesterday called You Mate or something, and now there's beans on toast. My American brain doesn't know how to process other cultures existing. Really? Are you that? Like... wholemeal bread flavored? I love England and British boys, but beans on toast is disgusting. I don't like beans, to be clear. But like, if I did, beans on toast would bang, because it's just, like, beans are very filling, bread is very filling. I remember that now. I went to Subway for the first time. Yeah. I'm just so surprised. I always assume America or Japan for games. I don't know where the developer for this is from, to be clear. But beans on toast is like a fairly standard breakfast food. like, the world over. I'm pretty sure you could find that even in American breakfast places. IDK if I recommended it, but Hustle Cat. IDK, if it's a proper dating sim, like, you kind of focus on people for roots, but maybe it's less romantic. It's a cat cafe themed game you might like. No, you've never mentioned that to me before. Maybe. Right, a job. I'll ask the waiter about it when he comes back. A few moments pass before you see him approaching your booth, carefully holding your food and gracefully maneuvering through the tables nearby with his signature smile. Here you go. I hope you enjoy your meal. Just call out to me if there's anything else you'd like. Gives you a small nod and turns to leave. Wait, I saw this place is hiring. A position still open, or am I too late? Ed turns to snap towards you, his face painted with surprise and eyes gleaming with excitement.
Yes, yes.
They're still open. Oh man, we've been looking for some help for ages. I'm so happy that you're interested. His voice rises into a normal speaking volume as he lets out his eagerness to show. As he lets his eagerness show. Taking a quick glance around the bustling diner, it's obvious to anyone that they were severely understaffed. Holy service industry moment. Who would have guessed? You give him a big smile. You can tell he's going to be a great co-worker. That is, if you get hired. Eager twink. He hasn't hit on me just yet. Okay? Get one thing clear. He's just eager to work with me. He hasn't hit on me just yet. So am I going to need to submit my resume to apply? Who should I even talk to? You peek past his figure to see if you can spot a manager running around. His face fills your view as he moves his head to meet your searching eyes. His smile was unwavering. Think the person you're looking for is yours truly, sir. Is he the manager? Oh, and no worries about the resume. You're hired. I would at least like to know your name, though. You raised an eyebrow at him. You were happy to be employed. You questioned the practices of the diner under this man's management. I don't know. He seems nice. You notice his fidgeting with. He's fidgeting with his uniform as the two of you speak. You wonder how he even survived this long in this line of work, being the quiet man he is. Yeah, could say the same thing about me in retail. Right, my name. It's Aloe. Okay, Aloe, you can finish eating here and meet me at the back. Be happy to show you all that you need to know. Without another word, he starts to walk away before quickly turning his head to look at you again.
By the way, my name's Chris. It was nice to meet you.
Chris then continues to the register where a small line of people are waiting to pay. Did you ever play that Catboy game Aaron played, Neko Power? No. I've heard the name like twice, but I've never played it. I know nothing about it. Never even seen it. It was nice to meet you too, Chris. Already busy with another customer by the time you answer back. I don't think Chris fits him as a name. I don't know, he doesn't look like a Chris. I don't know what he would look like, but Chris doesn't feel like a soft enough name for his demeanor. That should 100% be on your list then? For this weekend or just in general? Because we are already through... Okay, we've played Cupid's Kiss. Let me remove these from the list. Velvet Bite was a bit shit. Linex Holic, I think, is the long game that we haven't finished yet. And then Threads of You is the one we're playing right now. Either? Okay. Let me just make note of it. Neko Para. Chris is a cute name, feels very default boy, so I could see a trans guy picking that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think it suits him, you know. He feels like Chris to me feels like I don't know. Chris to me feels like a postman name. If that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like he would suit more of like a more flowery name. Just again, based entirely on his demeanor. Like Daniel or I don't think of other examples. I don't know. Daniel's the only one that comes to mind, to be honest. Feels like a more fitting name for him, but whatever. You can only assume it was the staff door. Chris flew out of it with a few dishes in hand at a moment before. As you step through, your nose is hit by the delicious mixtures of aromas created by all the different meals being prepared. Your smelling escapade is interrupted by Chris hastily busting through the swinging doors, dirty plates stacked in his hands. Lets out a small gasp upon seeing you.
Hey.
Give me a second, please. You nod as he brushes past you, quickly placing the dishes in the water-filled metal sink. Is he the only one on staff? Is he doing like all the cooking, cleaning, and serving at the same time? Why am I even questioning that? I literally do that all the time at work. I'm like very frequently the only one working for a couple of hours. They hit the bottom with a muted clank. Chris grabs a cloth, drying his hands while he turns to you. Lets out an exhausted sigh. We'll start your training in just a moment. I need this. His eyes tell you everything you need to know as he looks at you. Probably been on his feet all day. You watch as he lays back on the wall, sweeping away some sweat droplets from his forehead. His slightly disheveled hair frames his eyes as he glazes at the ceiling. His eyes suddenly meet yours, a shock running through your body. You quickly look away, embarrassed that he caught you. From the corner of your eye, you see him straighten up and sheepishly reach a hand behind his neck. Single thought then snaps you out of your embarrassment. Wait, did he say training? Hold on. We're just starting our training now? Are you sure this is the best time? As he glazes. You watch your tone. He's not my type. Is all I'm saying. He's very cute, but he's not my type. Chris drops his hand and nods his head gently. We need help as soon as we can possibly get it. The summer has been one of our busiest, so I would love if I could work with you right away. If that's okay with you, of course. His eyes wander away and his voice trails off into a faint whisper towards the end of the sentence. Of course. Yeah, go for it. That's okay with me. I'd be glad helping out. Can't leave you in your time of need. You give him a reassuring smile and place your hand on your hips, excited to lend a hand to your newfound friend. Alright then, teach me your ways. Time seems to fly with only a couple of minutes of your shift remaining. You pay careful attention to any upcoming orders. Now's not the time to be making any mistakes. It could hinder your chance to leave early. You peer out the serving hatch towards Chris, preparing yourself to cook like your hat depended on it. I'm cooking already? Holy shit. I'm not. I'm suited. Well, I'm not suited for service, but I can do service. Cooking, I'm fucked. Last couple of minutes, we can do this. The familiar bell of the door rings and you quickly fix your eyes towards the entrance. Instead of a small family or an elderly person like you've seen all day, a young man walks in. He looks probably in his early 30s. Sleek, long blonde hair framed his face. His captivating eyes made it almost hard for you to look away. Feel like you've seen him somewhere, but can't quite put your finger on it. All that's to say, he didn't look the most approachable. He looked around with a slight scowl, seemingly prepared to book it. Your eyes briefly meet and you can almost swear he gave you a half smile before finding a booth to be seated in. He doesn't look like one of the townsfolk at all. Could be another visitor? You turn to look at Chris, who just seems as puzzled as you are. He shrugs at you and clutches his small notepad, making his way over to the man. You aren't sure if it's because he's tired or not, but Chris's usual upbeat manner to the new customers looks diminished. Welcome to Copper Joe Mama. What can I get you today? Since you've started working with Chris, you've noticed a pattern with him. First, he stick with his usual script of asking someone what they wanted, but if the customer went off script and asked something he wasn't used to hearing, he'd falter. Yeah, that's a me moment.
Get the omelette.
Oh god. Why do they always give like pompous fuckers like this a British accent? You're giving us a bad name.
But with just the egg whites. And lightly beaten, not whisked. Whisking makes my face bloat.
Your personality makes my face bloat. I've got a shoot next week. I can't be bloated now, can I? Use pink Himalayan salts if possible. I don't want any preservatives in my system. Oh, and hold in any extra spices. I'm a simple man. Just salt, pepper, and a hint of... Fucking what now? Tarragon and just a pinch of cumin will do. Also, don't cook it the American way. Do it French. I prefer my food authentic. You are authentic, yes. Look at this place. Does it look authentic? The well-suited man nods his head towards the large window besides him the words authentic homemade recipes plastered out in a large red font. Yeah. Authentic as in like theirs. Yes? Good. The man pulls his wallet out and pays for his food. Chris comes back with a small torn page, slowly pushing it over to you. Sorry, hello, I didn't get most of that. It's alright, Chris, I'm sure none of the things you mentioned are real anyways. Yeah, true. Egg whites aren't real. He giggles and nods. Yeah, okay. Do your best anyways. With that, Chris leaves to clean a few empty tables from the customers that are just left. How hard could it be? Crack a couple of eggs, separate the yolks from the whites, and mix it lightly. You got it. You grab a bowl, confidently crack the first egg, successfully separating the yolk from the whites with ease. Oh my god, I'm basically Gordon Ramsay. Okay, so they can't say people like celebrities' names, so they're just finding something that sounds similar, I suppose. Feeling optimistic, you move on to the second egg. However, this time the yolk breaks and drips into the egg whites. A little yolk wouldn't hurt, and you probably wouldn't even notice. You start mixing, aiming for light and fluffy look. Despite your efforts, however, the whites refuse to cooperate. Hold on, can I go back one sentence? Highlight this. Top 10 things that you could say about Americans right now. I should just whisk it at this point. You hold onto the whisk with a strong grip and mix vigorously, trying to salvage the situation. Instead of forming soft peaks, they remain stubbornly runny and lackluster. Wow, this is not giving... Cheebly? I don't know what that is. Whatever, let's just cook this thing. You heat up a non-stick pan and pour the egg mixture into the consistency looking far from ideal. What did he want in it again? He only mentioned spices, right? Whatever regular salt and pepper never hurt anyone. That's what he wanted. Salt and pepper... pink Himalayan salt. You sprinkle some grated cheese and chopped vegetables onto the layer of egg whites, topping it off with salt and pepper. As you attempt to fold it, it tears easily. Bollocks. You manage to patch it up as best as you can, but it's clear that this is not the What? Finterest? Oh, Pinterest. Ah! Were the egg white omelette that you'd envisioned. As you played the omelette and handed it to Chris, you can't help but feel a mix of disappointment and embarrassment. Hopefully it tastes better than it looks. Listen, I'm sure any normal person would be happy with that. He looks angry. Jesus, I feel like I know someone who looks like this IRL. But, not male. Chris, unaware of the small war you had with the man's oddly specific recipe, makes his way over to present it to the customer. What happened here? Chris tries to speak, but he cuts him off. No, actually, I know what happened. Your chef is terrible. Just look at this omelette. It obviously can't separate the yolks from the whites. It is most definitely whisked, not to mention that it's clear to anyone's eyes that it's under-seasoned. I'm deeply sorry, sir. It's actually his first day. Before Chris could finish his sentence, the man puts a hand up and stands up from his seat. His figure towered over Chris, looming over him.
Even try to get my order right. I bet you wrote it down wrong, because there is no way a chef could mess such a simple order up.
Simple. Mate, you gave me the Linux equivalent of a fucking omelette. What do you mean? I could sue you for this. Do you even know who I am? A knobhead? Shit, this could get messy. You swiftly exit the kitchen and rush over next to Chris, hoping to defuse the situation. Immediately take the blame and over to make another. Defend him. Defend him as in defend Chris, I assume? Hey! Both Chris and the man at the table snap their heads towards you. Chris is panicking, obviously not sure what to do in a situation like this. You try to remain calm and approach the situation with professionalism, but you just can't stand seeing someone be a bully like that. If there's an issue with your meal, you can take it up with me. This has nothing to do with you. I'm the one who made the meal. It has everything to do with me. The man took a breath, his anger intensifying. You could hear the mutterings of the previous customers nearby, undoubtedly noting the scene he was causing. How do you mess it up this badly? Is this your first day cooking or something? Well, it's my first day on the job and cooking. An unnecessarily complicated dish, that's for sure. Todson turns his face, he turns to face you instead of Chris, who takes the chance to take a few steps backward.
What?
I'm sorry, this is your first day, and you have the nerve to stand up to me? Hell is this nut job talking about? Who even is he? Look, I get the food isn't your standards, and I apologize, that's on me. But there's absolutely no need to sue the place. We can just give you a refund. How does that sound? He looks taken aback for a second before nodding slowly, an ever-widening grin growing on his smug face.
Oh.
I get it now. You finally realized who I am and want to look good. The man crosses his arms over his chest, still fuming with anger. No, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. Maybe he looked familiar? You tried long and hard to think back to the time you spent online or watching TV, but he doesn't look like some A-list celebrity, just like looks like some rich snob. That's probably what he is. Either from, like, maybe he's a rich bellend in town, or that lives, like, just out of town or something. Thinks he owns the place. He pulls out a business card and slips it into the pocket of your apron. I'll accept the refund. Honestly, consider yourself lucky that I'm not suing this establishment, if you can call it that.
Ugh.
Rolls his eyes and storms off, nudging you on his way out. Take the small card and scan the information of the jerk. Wyatt Quinn Q, CEO of... Fucking hell. YQ Rosoft? Now it made sense. His eyes. Not only is he a genius, he's extremely popular due to his pretty eyes. There's prettier men in this scene, that's all I'll say. He's a hit in the modelling scene. You recall a couple of your friends fangirling over him, actually. I could not care less. He looked like the most unappealing bellend I've seen all night. Hey, hello. Chris's gentle voice takes you out of your thoughts and you turn to look at him. You okay? I'm sorry about all that. We don't usually have customers like him. He looks down at the floor and plays with his sleeves awkwardly. You playfully flex your arm, making him smile a little. Well, besides that, your first shift is officially over. Here's your pay. And your what a cash from his pocket, his sad demeanour seemingly disappearing into thin air. Ah, thank you. Are you heading off too as well? Chris gives you a strained chuckle and shakes his head. I wish. I've still got the lunch and dinner services to look after. How long of a shift do you have, mate? Oh my god, get a break. Plus, our other chef doesn't come in until around 7 PM, so someone's got to be here in the meantime. Fucking hell. Can I stop? Can I stay? Because I would. Has he always been working like this? Is it even legal for someone to be working this much? I ask myself the same question every day. Not wanting to question more of his unhealthy work ethic, you simply nod and go into the locker room and gather your belongings ready to head off.
Hey.
One sec before you go. My number, you should take it so I can talk to you about shifts or anything. Oh, right. Both exchange contact information and you leave the kitchen, waving goodbye to Chris as you leave. You look down at your phone as you exit, curious about the time. 1:30 PM? This is sunset. What do you mean? How long have I been awake? And where the fuck is this place? Are we near the Arctic or something? Huh, still pretty early. I thought I was here for longer. Guess it wouldn't hurt to just walk around town. Following the general direction of the townsfolk, you get to see more of what the town has to offer. Dean wasn't wrong. It really was a beautiful place. You find yourself in the town square. A fresh breeze blows through your hair as you take in your surroundings. The streets were crowded by people and had stalls lining them. Each stall proudly displayed their own unique produce and cuisines, with the most noticeable being fish. As you walk past the stalls, you observe them one by one. You catch sight of a familiar figure. Past this figure, you could see a shorter, silver-haired man who seemed to be talking with him. The man had his arms crossed, dawning a tired look on his face. He isn't the kind of guy you'd expect to see him hanging around. But then again, you don't necessarily know him well. You don't necessarily know him well enough to be making that kind of assumption. Might as well go say hi. Grinning to yourself, you approach the duo, reaching out to tap him on the shoulder. Gene turns towards you, his face lighting up as he realizes it's you. Who is this twink? Hold on. Okay, this is me. This is me in this game. Minus the silver hair, I suppose. Hello, didn't expect to see you here. Have you been settling in well? Yep, I'm actually exploring a little right now. I even managed to get a job at Cupboard Joe Mama. Cupboard Joe Mama, I love that place. Great place to start the day. Great coffee to start the day with. Definitely be seeing you around a lot more. His eyes disappear from grinning widely at you. Your eyes briefly flutter as the fucking... If I could read, that would be quite nice. Your eyes briefly flutter to the silver-haired man. Upon noticing your gaze, the man sharply turns away. Jean takes notice of your curiosity and takes a small step back, placing his hand on the stranger's lower back to lightly push him closer to you. He looked at Jean with his eyes widened, startled by the sudden contact. Jean placed his arm around the stranger's shoulders, tightening his grip lightly as he spoke. This here is good old Vince Matador. Don't mind his behavior, he isn't used to new people. Vince's eyes narrowed as he gave Jean a curt glare before taking a glance at you. It was short-lived as he chose to give his attention to the ground beneath him instead. Yeah, that's me. I'm Aloe. It's nice to meet you, Vince. I'm Aloe. Vince says nothing in response, seemingly unwilling to introduce himself to you. Instead, he keeps his eyes downward with the occasional glance at Jean. Jean sighs deeply. Come on, Vince, we talked about this. Vince bites the bottom of his lip before looking up at you.
Hey. Jean told me about you. Quite the predicament you've gotten yourself into. With the car and all.
His voice is pretty quiet. It's sort of like Chris when he's nervous. Vince leans more to the mumbling side. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but not to say that good things haven't come from it. It's still a vacation, I guess. Minus my new job, of course. Vince's attention wasn't on you by the time you finished your sentence and was fixated on the ground once again. Jean nudged Vince, jolting his attention back to you and the discussion at hand. After some short hesitation, Vince spoke back up. Well, that's an optimistic way to look at it. I'm glad you're not too bummed out about it. Vince's attention shifts back to Jean, who offers a nod of agreement. Silence fills the air for a moment before Jean clears his throat. Say, why don't you show Aloe around, Vince? It's about time I headed back anyways. I gotta get dinner started. Vince gives Jean a solemn look, his eyes practically begging for him not to leave. Yeah, I'm seeing some similarities here. Jean, on the other hand, gave Vance a few gentle pats on the arm and a reassuring grin. Alright, I'll leave you to it then. See you around, Aloe. Bye, Jean. You wave goodbye as he turns his back to leave. Vince's face scrunches up as he yells out for Jean. You're a little taken aback as he has been pretty quiet up until now.
Hold on now. I never said I would. Jean, get back here.
Jean ignores his pleas as he takes a final look back to wave goodbye before disappearing into the crowd of people. Vince's shoulders drop in defeat. He heaves a big sigh, turning his attention towards you. I
guess I could try to show you around. Unless you've already got plans.
He looks down to his thumbs, which he had been twiddling awkwardly for the past few minutes. He doesn't look entirely convinced to walk you around. Refuse the offer for his sake, refuse the offer for your sake, agree to walk with Vince, reluctantly walk with Vince. Ah. Fuck. If I was Vince, I would hope that I would refuse the offer for my sake, if that makes sense. But I don't know, I want to get to know him, so I'll walk with him. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't have much else to do but sleep anyways. This is a better use of my time. Vince seems almost disappointed when you say yes, his shoulders dropping as he exhales. Didn't he ask me? What's with the attitude? Let's get on with it then. Vince's words sound half-hearted as you begin to wonder if this was the right decision as the both of you begin walking. Oh my god. It's hard for You at first to get used to the uncomfortable silence between you and Vince, but eventually you don't mind it. Done more than enough talking today with the whole Wyatt situation, so the silence was more than welcome. Vince keeps his eyes glued to the ground, his hands fidgeting the various bracelets on his arms. So, voice trails off and you clear your throat nervously, struggling to find the right words. Don't give me that side eye. Thank him for taking the time out of his day to show you around. Hey Vince, you speak gently, trying once again to break the ice. I really appreciate you for taking the time out of your day to show me around. I know it must suck you being forced to hang out with a stranger, but it's really nice of you. Vince's shoulders visibly relax as your words seem to have a positive effect on him. He looks at you and gives you a half smile. No, it doesn't suck. I just don't really get out much. I'm not even sure what to show you, really. Just show me your favorite places. Maybe it'll help me get to know you a bit. He leads you to places like his favorite record store and a cozy coffee shop, his genuine enthusiasm evident as he talks about them. The two of you make your way around a familiar corner. Your attention is drawn to Andrew's bookstore. Through the windows, you can catch a glimpse of him reorganizing books and engrossing in conversation with a few customers. Vince's eyes naturally follow your gaze, and his steps come to an immediate halt. Let's go to another part of town. You turn to him and notice his eyes fixated on Andrew, although his expression isn't a pleasant one. I feel like if I pressure him about it, that's going to be a bad thing. At least right now. But I can go back on my decision, so I'll ask him anyways. What's wrong? I'd really prefer not to talk about it. Lifts his gaze downwards, he raised his hand to the back of his neck, absent-mindedly scratching it, to physically dispel his unease. Drop it and go elsewhere. Fuck. I don't want to push him, but I want to know. Drop it. Acknowledging his apprehensiveness, you offer a reassuring nod. Probably shouldn't be prying. I can always ask about it again when I know him better. Sure, let's go somewhere else. I haven't been around there yet. I wonder if those two have history then. You motion towards the opposite direction and offer him a gentle smile. His demeanor softens, a flicker of relief crossing his face as the hint of smile tugs the corners of his lips. As the both of... Holy... Wait, did... Oh yeah, ever so slight smile. Autism smile. As the both of you turn a corner, you suddenly hear the distant sound of music and applause. With your newfound curiosity getting the best of you, you follow the source and find yourselves at a makeshift stage set up by what seems to be the town's local theatre group. Approaching closer to the stage, the crowd's enthusiasm starts to excite you too. Taking a glance at the performers, it was hard not to be drawn to the guy with bright green hair. Oh shit. You don't see that every day. Guess he really wanted to stand out, huh? Can't tell if that was like a sigh of satisfaction or dissatisfaction. He turned to Vince as his arms crossed and his brows furrowed. What's wrong? I'm just not a big fan of crowds. Or him. Okay. You focus your attention back towards the stage where the green-haired man was giving his final monologue. He happens to be one of the lead actors. His energy and charisma is undeniable. His presence radiating through the crowd, mesmerizing everyone with each spoken word. Him? By him, if by him you mean the walking highlighter, then yes, him. You snort a little at the comment, caught off guard by Vince's unexpected sense of humor. As the performance reaches its conclusion, the crowd ruptures into cheers. Your attention gets pulled back to the lead performer. Though his eyes were already on you, his gaze direct and sparkling with intrigue. As the crowd slowly disperses, he boldly jumps off the stage and approaches you with a wide grin. You hear a small groan of protest from Vince as he rolls his eyes.
Hey there! You new in town?
God, yeah, he does have a lot of enthusiasm. The name's Kevin. That fits. Do people in this town just know everyone? This is like the millionth time I've been asked this. Yes, actually. I'm Aloe. How could you tell I was new? He snorted sheepishly.
I'm a regular performer here. Practically every week. I've seen the same faces countless times, but yours is definitely new.
He gives you a playful smirk, his eyes holding a glint of amusement. Before you could reply, the man's gaze falls on Vince Vince and his eyebrows raised as if he just realized he was there. His smirk only strengthened. Oh, the vampire finally left his house? Yeah, that's some shit my parents would say to me. Flatmate where I were wandering some good? What do you mean, wandering some good? Proud of you. I really thought some sunlight would make you dissolve or something. Vince only mutters up an annoyed glare. Satisfied with his tease, the performer returns his attention to you. Anyways, how are you finding Bryan Bay? I'm sure it's not much, but it's got a few redeemable charms. I like it so far. It's quaint, a nice difference from the city. His eyes widen with surprise, he excitedly grabs your hand. My boyfriend's mum calls me Batman for never leaving my cave bedroom. Yeah. Joe was very much like comparing me to Chris, the blonde-haired guy from earlier. But I feel like I compare more to this guy now, honestly.
City? You're from the city? That's so cool!
It really isn't. It really isn't. Maybe if the city was like London or New York, then maybe, but I think he has your vibe. This guy or the blonde guy from earlier? Yeah, born and raised. Chuckle awkwardly at the sudden contact and he quickly lets go. He clears his throat and his cheeks flush a light red. Sorry, I've just always wanted to go to the city. You're the product of him and the blonde guy having a baby. The emo does fit your vibe. Well, not only the emo, but like the nerves that he was putting off. Is like Gene had to force him into hanging out with someone, and that's me. I like Kevin's golden retriever energy. It's a bit too much energy for me. I like it, but tone it down a little. Like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of energy that I would want out of a boyfriend. Like someone who's a bit more outgoing than me, preferably, but not this outgoing. This is a bit too much. He let out a soft, amused laugh. No worries, I understand. So, what did you think about my performance? Is it anything like the actors from Paragon Arts? Paragon Arts, probably the most prominent theatre company you could think of. Comes as no surprise that he aspires to be like them. Rudely say no, praise him. Oh, definitely. I personally think you're better than those carbon copies I've seen. Did you see how riled up the audience was when you finished your scene? I've never seen anyone do that. You've got something special. Excited, he grins and lifts his chin triumphantly. The response makes Vince roll his eyes and turn to look elsewhere, now uninterested in the conversation.
Thanks.
I knew you'd say that. I hear it from others all the time, but it's refreshing to hear it from someone new. I mean, come on, look at me. Yeah, he's got a bit too much confidence. Puffs his chest out and does a small flex with his arm. I've got the charm, talent, and the extra it factor. I really think I can get far, just not here. Chuckles lightly, his bravado momentarily fading as he relaxes his posture. Not here, he seems well established, though. It's a small town, you know. Can't get my name out there if it's unknown. Right. But hey, I'm getting closer each day. Maybe someday you can even call yourself one of my very first fans. Gives you a quick wink. A voice suddenly calls him from the stage where people have started to clean. Crap. Gotta bounce, but he begins rummaging through his bag, pulling out a small business card that looks similar to Wyatt's.
Feel free to reach out if you ever need a friend, or want to catch another show.
Begins to make his way back to the stage before turning his head to raise a hand and wave goodbye. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And with that, he disappears into the crowd. You look up at the sky and notice that it's starting to get dark. Clearly you've stayed out longer than you would have liked. Getting pretty late, we should get going. Vince nods and follows behind your lead. While walking home, you glance down at the small makeshift card in your hand. Kevin Zuno. No, there's an accent on that. I'm surely supposed to pronounce that differently, but Zunio, maybe? Recalling Wyatt's card, you retrieve it from your pocket and compare the two. Yup, exactly the same. Isn't this kind of plagiarism? Shrugging off the thought, you tuck the two cards away. So, what was that all about? What, me and Kevin? Don't worry about it. It's kind of dumb. He waves his hand up dismissively as he mumbles under his breath to downplay the situation. You say so. It was nice seeing you be less gloomy, though. You give him a small nudge and a smile as he dips his head to hide the flush on his cheeks. The both of you finally reach the hostel after a long walk back to the opposite side of town. You're just about spent on energy, and we're in need of a good night's rest. Well, I guess that's it for today. Yup, thanks for walking me back, Vince. No problem. As you're about to turn, he gently reaches out, his fingers brush against yours. Hey, yo! Your eyes flicker for a brief moment, down to your hands before making eye contact with him. Thanks for today. I know I'm not the easiest of people to get along with, but you kept trying anyways. Not a lot of people would, so thank you for that. I had a good time. Me too. This is some shit I need. Been nice to meet you. Would you, voice trails off crackling a little at the end. Would you maybe like to have my number? This is me! This is actually me. He averts his gaze and begins to nervously chew on his lips again. Fuck, I do that! Yeah, no, they've actually just got me down to an art here. Unless you think that's stupid, which it kind of is. Why would you want my number? We just met, that's weird. You chuckle at his nervousness and nod. Sure, Vince. His expression relaxes slightly, a hint of relief tugging at the corner of his lips. More proofs you're cute. Every game steals you and puts you in it. I mean, this is a game where they just found like a collection of boys, and shy emo type is not very hard to find. Takes his phone out and quickly shares his number with you. It's a small gesture, but you can tell it means more to him than he's letting on. I think I'll head off. Jean would probably start freaking out if I'm not back before nighttime. Does he live with Jean? Jean did mention he was making dinner for them. That's really cute. Good night, Aloe. Good night, Vince. Smile at him as he walks off. Glad he was able to come out of his shell by the end of the day. Upon entering your room, you waste no time, shedding your clothes off by the entrance. A trail gets left behind as you rush into the bathroom for a well-deserved shower. Do your usual night routine and get into your comfiest set of pajamas. Oops. As you leave the bathroom, you gather your discarded clothing clean when you get the chance. Hopefully there's a dry cleaner nearby. You hop in bed and wrap yourself up with the large blue comforter. Turning to your side, you grab the phone and begin scrolling through your list of new contacts. Wonder if anyone's free to talk right now. Ooh. I want to talk to him.
I was wondering when you'd finally call.
Hey. How's the, what are you up to?
Just about to make myself some dinner. Actually, I just got your car into the workshop.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, me and Jean were able to give it a look and bring it into town. I gotta say, never seen a model like that before. Real beaut, but seems I was right. It's gonna take a while to fix. Maybe 2 weeks, tops. Hey, on the bright side, I get to keep seeing your cute face.
Shut up, shut up. What's that voice? He's trying to do like the, have you ever seen clips on TikTok of like, guys who play Valorant who put on like a fake deep voice? I think they're trying to do that. But like, he's hot, so it's okay. Like getting flustered from fictional men as usual. Shut up. Shut up. Alright. Okay. They're all very attractive, but this man is like programmed to be my type, so yeah, I guess you're right.
Plus, I'd say the town is pretty nice. Think of it as a free vacation. Well, I don't want to keep you for long. I'm sure you need some sleep too, right? So I'll hang up for now, okay? Don't miss me too much. Good night.
Good night, Kai. As soon as you exchange parting words, you press the end call button. Well, this wasn't exactly how I thought my holiday would be like, but I'm glad everyone I met has been nice so far. I doubt you don't do that, Joe. What do you mean? The vocal fry is making him wiggle. The vocal fry is a bit much. I don't mind it. But, like, the voice actor clearly isn't, like, quite fit for the role, I mean. But I mean, still a nice voice. He's used to be by now. I say he's cute and he's like, right, you old giffer, go back to eating paint. Yeah. Kind of sounds like AI to me. It's definitely not. AI could not get those inflections the same way that voice actors can. No chance. Feeling content, you plug your phone into the charger and gently shut your eyes, ready to doze off to sleep. I wonder how tomorrow will go. Oh, and that's the end of it. Of course that's the end of it. I know it was just a demo, but like, come on. Yeah, we hope you'll consider supporting us on social media accounts and join our Discord server for future updates. We're also hosting a fundraising campaign on Ko-fi. How do I... There we go. I wanna support this game because I want to play the full thing whenever it comes out. I don't know when the last update for it was, but yeah, this was cute. You should do the full thing eventually. Absolutely. Let me see. Do they have physical? A full game will arrive late 2025 to early 2026. Okay, so it'll arrive sometime in the next year. Up next, Camp Buddy? Nah, no chance. Okay. I have no idea how to tie a tie, so I have just done my best. Also, as it turns out... Actually, I hope this music's not too loud. No, it's not. It just sounds loud to me. Let me turn that down. Yeah, so... as it turns out as well, following reference images doesn't really work in my case. Because the outfit doesn't fit quite as perfectly as his does, for obvious reasons. It's fucking fictional. And so I've ended up in a... in a bit of a scenario where the thigh highs come up all the way when they're not really supposed to. But skimpy? Oh, you fucking bet. What do you mean? I've literally... I'm trying to sort out the camera as well. I'm literally wearing a crop top, so what do you mean? When I was working during summer, I had to ask my boyfriend for help with the tie. Yeah, I have no idea. We should change category? Oh, I did. I changed it to just chatting, and I guess it just changed it back. I could have sworn I changed it to just chatting. Whatever. Anyway. Here we are. I'm pulling the same trick I did last year. Where I don't show the goods until absolutely necessary. You could have changed some views just to show the game still. Ah, right, okay. Ah, fucking hell. I'm doing the thing again last year where like I was too nervous to fucking unveil it. So I'm just sitting here. Bags on table, show us the goods. Fine. Look, it's me. And I'm just about shirtless this time. Well, I'm not far off it, at least. The tie gets in the way. But that's the intent. My room hasn't really changed much. There's less people here this year as well. Oh god, what do you mean, oh god? Stomach reveal, oh my god, waist reveal, holy shit. This is not what I expected. It's, okay, let me get the reference. You see? You see? That's what the goal was. Why is the screen brightness going up? Turn that down. Yeah, that's what the goal... Fucking hell! Sorry. Change that back. That's what the goal was. And that's how we've ended up, pretty much. Again, like I said, the thigh highs don't quite match. They come up a bit too far. But it's close enough. Hey, yo! That's what I'm saying. Hershey, have my chances gone up now? Oh no, he's hard. Is this Sailor Moon? No, this is Fate Grand Order, I think is what it's called. Yeah, I can't fucking get this tie right to save my life. I'm looking at myself in the preview and it's just not happening. I don't understand how you're not getting D. Autism. Men don't want to approach me in public because I am very socially awkward. I was just about to say Hershey's wife just got a lot shorter. What do you mean? Oh, wife list got a lot shorter. I see. Gotta say it's a lot better than the maid dress. Well, because I'm showing more, right? This tie is actually kind of annoying, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. TBH. There you go. Sex. I'll give you a little spin as well. List shorter, pants tighter. That's the goal. Well, no, not with Hershey specifically. I will let him and his straight ways stay the way they are. I just mean that's the goal is well, enticing somebody if I can. Definition of twink, yeah. I'll let him. What? Let Hershey hit it? He's a handsome man, I will say that, but I will not deny him his women. His women-loving ways. You could have ironed the skirt. It's made out of fucking... What's it called? It's made out of like 100% polyester. There is no ironing this. It stays wrinkly. That's the problem. It's all wrinkly. Look, the top is wrinkly as well. It's also very tight. Look, when I spread my arms out, it like... Oh shit, wait, did I not... Oh, I didn't zip it up on this side. One sec. Let me put the mic down for a second. Oh, this is not gonna work. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I forgot about that. There is only one way that I can get in and out of this because of how tight it is. You can see, like... it's... I can't even bring my arms in all the way. I can't... Oh, I just felt it, like, rip a little bit at the back. Yeah, I can't. No. Well, I'll let him stay straight, implying that it's merely your mercy that he stays that way. I mean, it could be. I'm at the top of the list. All I'm saying is I'm at the top of the list for the moment. Also, holy shit, I've just seen how see-through that is. You can see the light behind me through the skirt. Holy shit. It's a good job I'm wearing boxers under this. You should 100% be in roller skates and bring me a burger and fries right now. You're a bit far away, is all I've got to say. That's why it's so good. Why, what is so good? What, the tightness of it, or the shittiness of it? I'm jealous of your twink, Tommy. It takes absolutely no effort and a very high metabolism and nothing else. All I really do to maintain my looks is take care of my hair that you can't see, and shower and shave and eat a relatively healthy diet. I'm not fully out of the works with shitty food, and be under 25, and that, I suppose. We'll see how long this phase of my life lasts, where I have a little bit more to show off. But yeah, I guess I have this to pull out now. If and when I need it. I mean, I have a couple of outfits. I've still got the one for tomorrow. And I've still got the maid dress. I've got them all in... Let me go and grab them. I've got them in a drawer off the side of my bed, and they're all just in their own bags, like that. Then I just keep them in a drawer. I used to be skinny like that a few years ago. Now I'm growing a bit of a belly. Enjoy it while you can. Well, I've been enjoying it, but then I need other people to enjoy it. But I don't have a man, so here we are. Here we are, me presenting myself live on twitch.television for you all to admire. If you pull this out, he'll pull it out. This is a legit cheat code. Yeah, I know, but I need to find someone who will even tolerate me to begin with, to start with. That's the problem. This is gold. This is going to be gold for YouTube. Hi YouTube audience. Hi. I'm gonna put this up on the second channel again, like I did with the maid dress video last year, and see how it does. Just walk down the street in this and watch the men flock in. The skirt stays on. Does it? I mean, depending on what the activities are, it could come off. Walk down the street and watch men flock in. You said the same thing about the maid dress, but again, I don't have the confidence for that. You can lift it, true. It's probably a bit more accessible than the maid dress as well, because it's only tight around the waistband. I could actually just lift it up and out the way. But if you had the confidence, you'd have a boyfriend tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe I just need to put a picture of me wearing this on my dating profile. Like, kind of unironically. Or, I don't know, VTubers, hit me up if you're in the UK. Couldn't hurt, put it in the mix. Yeah, true. I mean, I asked Plouf what he wanted me to do with all this after the fact. In that, like, did he want, like, the live stream reveal or just pictures or what? And he said, like, put some pictures in the Discord, so I guess that's gonna come after this as well. I'm trying to, like, back up a bit so there's, like, a decent full body shot. I need to do something for the thumbnail. Like, get my tight waistline in the image for the YouTube thumbnail. That'll do. Let me get in the way of the light a bit more. Perfect. It's because of twinks like this that I'm a verse bottom. What, in the, like, you are a bottom, but hypothetically I'm on the market, that sort of thing. Peace sign, bend over a bit, one leg back, like you're swooning over a kiss. Shit, yeah. How exactly? I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go about doing that. So, like, one leg bent like I was doing a minute ago, which... Wait, this one. Nah, one leg in front of the other, like that. A bit less awkward. And then, let me put the mic down, and we'll see. Like that? Sort of. Right leg raised and folded, right leg. That's my left. That's my right, yeah. Oh, like fully off the ground? I get you. I'm a bottom, but I can't be strict bottom because twinks are irresistible. You got it. Right, so. Fuck. My laptop's in the way, but I can't bend down and pick it up because... like that? How does it work? I don't get it. Do I... Like that, sort of? I don't... The bed's kind of blocking things, I suppose. Let me... move that down a bit. So, if I back up a bit, I get my laptop's here still. Like that, I get... How do they do it? You look like a flamingo posing? I know. I don't know how you want me to do it. I don't know how they do it. Is there... Trying to grab that without getting my face in frame. I'm gonna look for a reference image. Images. Oh, I see how they do it. I see. Do you mean like the one that's on the side where my thumb is? Like that? Yeah, okay. I get it. I've that still just looks like a fucking flamingo pose in a sense. Sort of like that. I don't know, that looks awkward, bro. that looks real awkward. But I'll try. So like this? Sort of? Nah, nah, I don't like that. I'm not good at that. I think I'll stick to what I've got for the thumbnail. Right, if I had like an account on like an NSFW platform, this would be fucking perfect for it. But I'm not that confident. Of course it's awkward, you're doing things for the benefit of men, not because it's comfortable. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's awkward in that, like, I don't know how to pull that pose. So I'm just not going to, like, I tried, but I'm not gonna really try much harder, TBH. Whereas everyone, they are missing out big time. Probably in bed, or watching somebody else's stream, or doing something else. I don't know. It wasn't busy when I did this last year either. All the views came through on YouTube. That video has like 2,000 views or something on the second channel. Nobody was here for the stream itself. Let's have a look. I'm gonna give you some insights into the aloprax content machine. Look there, you see YouTube Studio. 1.8 thousand views on the... Come on, focus. The camera's focusing on itself. There we go. 1.8 thousand views on Chat Forced Me to Wear a Maid Dress. And then the stream itself, not many people were really there for. Hi YouTube. Yeah, hi, say hi to YouTube. Hi YouTube. They can coom about it later. Yeah, this is going to be going up on YouTube as a VOD anyways. Fuck, I need to put the Valentines... Not the Valentines. I need to put the Subathon VODs from last year up on YouTube too. Sorry, I was sweating in Rivals, but yes, my straightness took some damage. Fuck. In before straight boys on YouTube watch this and turn gay. My body is a machine. My body is a machine that turns men into gay men. Right? Ah, my penis! Not having all the power to convert straight men. Oh, not Aloe having the power to convert straight men. I mean, I don't know that I could convert. I could certainly encourage. I could... I don't know. I've seen a lot of things online recently about femboys, so... I agree with Tick, you should have ironed the skirt. It's 100% polyester. You can't iron this shit. It would melt. I promise you. It's 100% plastic. You guys obviously can't feel this. It's made out of shit. It's itchy and uncomfortable. Steam it? I don't have a steamer. The most I could have done was run it through the dryer, but I think the dryer would have torn this thing to pieces, to be honest. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Legit, you were sent to convert, to balance the scales and save it all. Hot shower, funnel the steam into the skirt. Well, it's too late. Well, it's too late, isn't it? Now, it is what it is. I'm sure people will cope with the fact that the skirt's a little bit crumpled. It's not like I iron any of my clothes anyways. Wash it, hang it immediately after, it should be a bit better. Maybe. I always like to run stuff through the dryer though, because when it's through the washer, I mean, when it's through air dried, it's not as good. More like to funnel peen into the skirt. The entrance is right there, boys. Okay, I don't really know what more I can do with this. Same as last year, it's kind of a one-trick pony. I'm here, I'm showing it off. There's not really much more I can do. We'll see how YouTube makes this. Do some dances, such as... Do you wanna fucking hop in VC and Discord and offer some wisdom? I'm in VC in my server. Do the thank you meme? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Send it me. My For You page is 100% brain rot. You need to remember that. Like, whatever type of shit that you are getting, I am not getting. Because what's... Yeah, this is my For You page, okay? I was trying to play through my Bluetooth, so you'll not hear the audio, but this is what my For You page looks like. So, whatever you're getting, I'm not getting. Boys on TikTok just like fake bounce on dick and say thank you on repeat. I'm not getting down low because my face will then have to get down low. So, do you live under a rock? No, I live in Brain Rot Central, is where I live. Let me show you one that had me in fucking stitches this morning. Hold on. Let me turn off the Bluetooth on my phone. Then you can hear it. Ah, where is it? I saved it. Here we go. That's the type of shit that shows up on my For You page. I guess you couldn't really do that while hiding face. Yeah, no. That would have to be something that I'd have to film. I couldn't do that live. Thank you for coming. The live will continue on the OnlyFans for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to this. There's not really, like I said, there's not really much more I can do with this. There's only so much I can do with it. Unless I were to fucking do gaming. In the dress or something. I miss him already. I mean, the plan was kind of initially to like... Let me see if I can actually just do this live. Yeah, the plan was kind of originally to like do gaming with this as the webcam view, sort of, but then I was like, well, what's the point in that? Like, yeah, it feels kind of pointless. You should just do every stream with your avatar and a dress cam in the corner. We want more? What more can I do? That's the problem. There's only so much I can do without like showing my face, and I'm not interested in showing my face. So yeah. What you were saying sounds actually funny. Having like dress cam as the webcam for that day. Just gaming and casually wearing a dress in the corner of the stream. I feel like this should be your work uniform. I'm sure your sales would go up. Oh, hold on, Hershey. I can't hear you. Just give me a second. I need to run your sound through my Bluetooth. Oh wait, speak?
I'm going freaky mode.
Oh shit, you going freaky mode.
Oh wait, hold on, sorry. Really bad timing, my brother just decided to call me.
Okay, no worries. That's fine. It should be your work uniform. I'm sure sales will go up. Listen, if I worked at like a fucking femboy cafe type shit, of course. But that's not a thing. I work in retail. And also I wouldn't really fancy the chances of like a good 80% of straight customers calling me a really cool word. Look into it, who knows? Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna Google femboy cafe. I'm also gonna change my mic back to my usual one real quick, so I'll be just a second. There we go. Okay. Google. At Google Femboy Cafe. I think I've got a fucking VPN on, eh? Subreddit, Facebook group, subreddit. Amazon book, Discord server, Reddit, Discord server. There's nothing. If not, then it's a business opportunity if you get your parents to invest. My parents can't invest, they ain't got the money to. I know it's a Japan thing, but surely some other countries have at least one. If anywhere's gonna have one, it's more likely to be the US than the UK. Or like Poland or something. I don't know. I think that like femboys are not a niche market, but they're niche enough that people wouldn't really want to start a business around it type thing. I mean, yeah, we're like 50 of you. What do you mean you're like 50 of us? Didn't Femboy Hooters actually happen? I think. I just found an Instagram profile for it, but you need a Instagram account to actually see it. So I'm gonna Google the location. Let me get it open on my stream browser. 8130 West Street. Let me drop a pin. This is just some guy's house. Alright, is there a way to view Instagram profiles without having one? The US, we're many times larger than the UK. Yeah, but in terms of population, you're only about 5 times that population. In terms of size, like land mass, absolutely. In terms of population, not. Definitely bigger, but like not nearly as much bigger as many people will think. View Instagram profile without signing in. Okay, Instagram.com/@ what's the at? Femboy Hooters Houston. At Femboy Hooters Houston. Fuck! Stop making me sign in! Is there like a... oh, third-party sites. There we go. At Femboy Hooters Houston. I just want to see the profile to see if there's actually anything on it. They're verified. Are they verified? What is this shit? This look. Oh, this is. These all look like fake reviews and fake images and stuff. Yeah, this is not real. This is a shitpost page that someone started in 2020 and gave up on it after 2 days. So yeah, not a real thing. Unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, clearly the plan of attack is just like find someone at some point this year and use the fit to entice them a little more. Maybe you can be the first. Maybe. I don't think that Sheffield would be the place to start it though. If I was going to do something like that, I'd have to move to Manchester. 100%. Manchester or London. Those are the 2 gayest places in the UK. An unexplored market with lots of potential, just waiting for someone with money to invest. Yeah, the problem is, step 1, money to invest. I certainly don't have the money to start a small business like that. Not at all. Renting out a location in central Manchester, that'd be thousands per month. I think that would have a lot of success in Madrid. I'm sure it'd have a lot of success in Manchester or London. It's just a matter of having the money. And I simply just don't. Maybe, right, if I were like big YouTuber, big streamer, and I had big money. Instead of doing fucking Mr. Beast Burger King, or whatever the hell, like a lot of the big streamers are up to, in terms of like food stuff, because I know a lot of them are just like making shit for kids to eat. Nah, that'd be the plan. I'd open a femboy food location in somewhere like Manchester or London. Yeah. I'm quickly gonna get changed out of this because it is actually kind of uncomfortable. With how tight it is, it kind of just wraps around my chest and makes it a little bit harder to breathe. Not as badly as the maid dress, mind you. The maid dress, you probably wouldn't have remembered or noticed, but like, I was breathing quite heavily because I was struggling to breathe through how tight that thing was around my my chest. Yeah, give me one moment and I'll be back after I change out of this. Okay. That's more like it. Very often when I or someone else says something in denial.
Wow, that's a lot of slurs. No, I'm joking. What was it? Like I'll message him a question, and he'll just say, he'll just respond with something completely unrelated. Like I'll be like, "Hey, what do you think about this thing?" And he'll be like, "Anyways, this is what I like about Digimon." And I'm like, "Okay, that's not what I asked, you asshole." I'll be like, "What time should I come through?" And he'll be like, "So, anyways, check out this Marvel Rivals skin that the devs were talking about." And I'm like, my question. Answer my question." Has his own interests, Herschel? No. That's not what the...
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Mr. Hershey? Hershey? Oh, he's gone. Oh yeah, no, he's actually gone. Okay. Right, give me a second. I need to set the camera back up using studio mode that I can see it, but you guys can't.
Okay. Alright, so I thought chat was ignoring me.
Okay.
I was asking what food I should get. I was thinking of getting Chinese food. But, and then nobody answered, so I was like, alright, I guess I'll talk about my sexual awakening then.
Should have just stayed in uniform, mister. I know. Are you watching stream at the moment, Hershey?
I have it up.
Okay. Is it just showing, what's it called? Just like me and you in like the void rather than my webcam?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I need to, I moved my webcam, so I need to set it back up. And I forgot how I did it.
Okay.
I just don't want it catching my face is all.
Fair enough, fair enough. I may or may not dip out for a couple of minutes in a few minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you will in a few minutes be getting car Hershey. Which I will try to minimize the noise on that one.
Don't worry, don't worry. So let me prepare you for the bit. So let me get this back open
I think
again.
You should have Aloe for dinner. I
hey,
don't want to eat him.
Wait,
I don't want to eat him.
Can I? Oh, I still can. Oh shit! This isn't zipped up again.
You're very slim.
Yeah. Don't have a lot of meat on my bones.
Car Hershey taking his hot little date on the town. It is cute little dress. I mean, not really. I'm gonna go get Chinese food and then maybe go play pool.
Oh, that's close enough. So the bit, I went out and bought this specifically yesterday for this. I'm not sure how many are aware of the meme, but allow me to present you.
Oh, did you buy a property?
Some food for thought. Some food for thought.
No.
No. Are you aware of it, aren't you?
I mean,
are you aware of the meme?
I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Actually, I just thought it was a rotting thing.
No. Oh, I do miss this taste though. Al loves pool.
So
Plus, he can
explain
bend over in that skirt. Sounds like a perfect date.
Maybe, but
True that.
But I'm not into men.
Ah, you see, that's the problem.
I'm into tomboys, which is one step removed.
True. There is an equivalent. Tomboys and femboys are opposites.
Yeah, exactly.
Equal but opposite.
They're two sides of the same coin.
You can take the fem pill or the boy pill.
The boy pill. Wow.
All Ella has to do is decide you're not straight anymore, apparently. No. Okay. I don't know if you were around for it, Hershey, but I said earlier, my body is a machine that turns men into gay men.
No, I was here. I was sweating in Rivals though, so I couldn't type anything to respond to that because I finally hit diamond.
True.
I finally hit diamond rank, and I'm like, oh, I have to focus so that I don't fall out of diamond.
Yeah, that's fair. I've done the funny, so back to this.